Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the most busted cores in the Open Great League, and that is going to be Medicham XL and Bastiodon XL. Let's get into it. So our Bastiodon is not going to be completely powered up, but it is going to be XL, as you can see here, and putting in the work. We're going to be pairing it up with Shadow Mawile, Pidgeot, and Skarmory throughout this video here. So as far as that third Pokemon, you can really pick and choose. Sableye is also another good one here that you could potentially use as well alongside this, although it's going to be leaving you vulnerable to potential charm, so remember that. Now we are going to be going with Dynamic Punch. You probably want to go with Psychic. That's just going to help you out in the long run to go up against another Medicham, but Dynamic Punch really does take people by surprise and can help you out in a lot of situations here. As far as the Shadow Mawile, we're going to be going with Fire Fang for the first couple of battles, and then we're going to be swapping it over to Fairy Wind and then putting on Play Rough as well while we do take off Power Up Punch. I just found that I was needing it in case I encountered a Swampert, for instance, because if I'm leading Swampert, we're taking that win, by the way, it's just a straight up win, and I'm going to be including battles where I lose, it's a straight loss, so we'll explain more. But yeah, so leading Mawile, we're just going to need coverage for water, and having Play Rough as well as Fairy Wind is just going to be a little bit better for us here. So let's get into this commentary. If you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. And again, always a shout out to my patrons and the channel members. You guys are all much appreciated, and gals, thank you so much. Alright, so what's going on here again? So this Dynamic Punch situation is going to be hindering this mirror match here. Ice Punch is still going to be useful, but as you can see, Psychic is just so much more dominating because of the part fighting. Alright, so going for the Ice Punch, we're getting both shields out of them. They're going to be using both of them over there, okay? Going to go ahead and bring in Mawile to kind of recover this situation. We are going to let this go and put all of our hope into the Bastiodon. This is not looking too good, but as long as we can get rid of that fighter, we're going to be maybe okay. So they're bringing in a Alolan Marowak. We know they've got a Wall Rain here, so our Smackdown is super effective to both of these Pokemon, but we do need to look out for Earthquake, and we're using our first shield. They're going to be baiting us with an Icicle Spear, and I wanted to farm them down here. It's getting a little close to hit me with another Icicle Spear, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go for the farm down at this point. It's a wrap. They've got no more shields. We'll Stone Edge their Alolan Marowak. We take the win. They back out. We're looking good here. Now, again, we're going to be going over complete losses. So this right here is a bad situation. Let's see how this does work out. Fairy Wind, again, is another reason why I went with it for these specific leagues as well as the Swamperts too. Although Fire Fang is going to be helping us out quite a bit in a lot of different situations for those ice as well as those steel types. So we're going to let that Psychic go. Not very effective, but still doing a ton of damage, unfortunately. Bringing in our own Medicham to kind of recover this situation here. And, well, again, we don't have Psychic, so they're going to be able to hit us with that. Ice Punch is not going to be enough to take them out here, so we're still going to have to do a few more quick moves. Can we farm them down? That's good. At least we have that going on and an extra shield. Bringing in Sableye. Now, I could have probably went with Ice Punch here, but hey, Dynamic Punch is what we're going to go ahead and go with. And swapping into our Bastiodon, they're bringing in their own Bastiodon. Yes, we've still got two shields. Is this recoverable? Well, we'll try to make it happen, but it's not looking like we're going to be able to pull this off. I don't think so. So essentially what we're going to have to do is come out of this with energy and take out that Sableye, because the Medicham does not want to go up against it. Medicham is low on its health. It can't take very much hits, but as the Smackdown is resisted, we should be able to get in a couple of counters to do a decent amount of damage here. Let's see how this does work out. But we know the Sableye's got a bunch of health left. We've still got two shields. They swap. Unfortunately, they're farming us all the way down, and we are looking horrible here. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off, but let's just see how this does work out. And they're going with the same core and that Sableye that we were talking about. So, yeah, we're going up against the nasty core as well. Now, I just wanted to use it because, well, whatever. Let's just see what happens here. Let's have a little fun with the complete nonsense meta. And as you can see, this is a wrap here. We're going to be taking that loss. And there's just some battles that you simply cannot come back from. So, yeah. That's not the only one we'll look at. Another Medicham. Oh, boy. Do we have Fairy Wind now? Yes. Yes, we do. And now we're going to be able to potentially do a lot better in this situation here, as we're going to be able to farm up a lot quicker. Going for the Iron Head to get a shield, and we do. Great, great, great. But that counter is really taking us down a notch, bringing us very low. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. It is going to be an Ice Punch. Not very effective, but we're still going to preserve our health here. Going for a Play Rough. Do they want a double shield? And they're double shielding. We're just going to have to let it go down at this point. We've gotten both shields, and we've seen this situation before. and it's not looking too great. But again, if we can get rid of this fighter, we may have a shot. It really depends on what they do have in the back. If they've got a Swampert or a ground type of some sort, it's going to be a wrap for us. There's really nothing we can do to combat that with the Bastodon back there. They're going to be swapping. We immediately bring in our Bastodon here as they are bringing in their Frostlass. Now we can take a Shadow Ball, no problem at all, and we may have to save that shield, so we're going to go ahead and hold on to it for now. Getting to the Stone Edge to take them out. Could have farmed up a little bit more, but I'm not trying to take any more damage now, so we'll go ahead and get rid of them. We should be able to farm down that Medicham. It is going to be at a decent amount of health, and they have a Sandslash, Alolan in the back. Oh boy. So we already know what they're going to try to do. I'm going to go ahead and shield this up. They're going to try to catch here in a minute. And there it is. We're going to go ahead and farm them down. Fantastic. And then simply hit this Flamethrower, which is going to be 4 times effective to the Alolan Sandslash, Steel and Ice type. And we're taking them out and taking the win. Okay, that was a good one there. Nice comeback with the Bastodon in the back. Next battle, we got that Swampert, and there it is. Exactly. So in this situation here, we're going to have to just stay right here. Now, you know, if you had something else, you're going to be looking okay, I suppose. But if we swap into Medicham, then what? They're going to counter us. And then we're going to have the alignment with the Bastodon later down the line with the Swampert, and we're going to probably lose, right? So we're just going to have to stay here and then bring in our Medicham to really put in the work. Going to go ahead and let that go. They've already used the shield here. And this Swampert is going to be able to get in a couple of Hydro Cannons, unfortunately, here. So, yeah, that's not great. Getting to the Dynamic Punch. So I guess we're not going to see them get a couple in unless they want to shield this up. And yeah, this is going to be a wrap here pretty quick. They got an Noctowl. We immediately swap. And I back out. There's no way we can win that. You saw that. There's nothing we can have done. Nothing we could have done there. So that's an instant loss. Next battle, we're going to be leading with Pidgeot now. We got the Mawile out of the game. And they're going to be immediately swapping into their Vigoroth, in which we're going to go ahead and bring in our Medicham, because it doesn't really want to go up against a Pelipper, right? So this is a good situation. We're going to try to come out of this with some energy here. And going for the Ice Punch after almost building up to 2. Is this going to be enough to KO that Vigoroth? Yes, it's going down, and they're going to be, of course, bringing back that Pelipper. And they don't really need to shield this up, but they don't know if we don't have Psychic, so they're going to be using a shield. Better safe than sorry. And now we bring in the Bastodon, of course, and we can let all these go. Weather Ball is super effective, but I mean, it's really just tickling us here. And they're going to be swapping into an Obstagoon. We're bringing back that Pidgeot with the Legacy Wing Attack, of course. Feather Dance and Brave Bird. So I had the Brave Bird in the wrong spot, as opposed to my other Pidgeot, so I meant to go Feather Dance, but it still worked out at the end. Oh, shoot, let's go. Kind of like took me by surprise. I was thinking, oh, okay, I guess that still works out. We're going to be able to farm them down, and then we get to the Pelipper, and that's a wrap. And we take that win. So it worked out in the end, having it in the wrong spot and going for that Brave Bird. Next battle, what are we going to see? Pidgeot up against Bastodon. All right, so this is an absolute loss. Swap into our own Bastodon. They bring in Medicham, and it's going to back out. Okay, you won. Good game. That's what I'm talking about. Things like that, there's no way of coming back. It doesn't matter about skill. It has nothing to do with skill. All right, now this situation, though, up against Galarian Stunfisk, you're like, okay, well, this is also horrible for you, though, right? Not really. You shield up the first Rock Slide. Pidgeot is actually very, very, very damn good, especially with Wing Attack now that it's been buffed. So we're going to go ahead and lower their attack by 2 stages. Since their Quick Move is doing barely any damage, if we lower their attack by 2 stages, we're going to be able to continuously survive these Rock Slides, and over again. We're going to go ahead and lower their attack by 2 more stages, so we're going to be able to take those a whole hell of a lot easier now. And what we're going to want to do is go for Brave Bird. And as you can see, Pidgeot is taking on this Steel type. So yeah, don't underestimate it and don't have to swap every single time. Going for a Brave Bird, and they're going to be shielding it up. They figure, they're like, nah, I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing. You got me. Oh boy, you got me. Okay, so they're going to be taking us out. We bring in a Medicham. They immediately swap into a Trevenant, and we're going to go ahead and bring in the Bastodon here to have a little fun with this thing. So the Shadow Ball is going to be doing a decent amount, but we don't really have to worry about it because Bastodon is disgusting as an XL here. Getting to the Flamethrower. If they shield this up, then we're not going to be looking good. If they let it go, oh baby, now we're looking great. Bringing back that Galarian Stunfisk, but again, you got to think, okay, well, they're going to have something else to protect them from fighting in the back, right? If this is a good composed team. So bring back the Medicham. We're able to farm up pretty nicely. We're going to let this go here, knowing it's not an Earthquake. Rock Slide, not very effective. And there's their next Pokemon to protect them from fighting. It's going to be an Altaria. So they are actually going to be letting both of my Ice Punches go because they know it's a wrap. We're going to be able to outpace them. They know this. And so we're looking good. So there you go. There was a situation that wasn't looking too good in the beginning, but we're able to pull it off. Let's keep it moving here. What are we going to see with that Pidgeot? Okay, finally, we got a good lead up against Medicham. But they do have, again, Ice Punch, so they're going to be able to hold it down. So we're going to go straight for the Feather Dance here. Super effective, not doing too much damage, but lowering the attack by 2 stages, which is going to help us stay in the game a little bit longer. Now as I was doing this battle, I was thinking, yeah, that really didn't reduce it too much. I should have just went straight Brave Bird, but you know, a lot of people were expecting Feather Dance, so they just let it go. Anyways, they're bringing in a Charizard, and I put a big smile on my face because we're going to bring in Bastiodon to absolutely ruin this thing's life. They've got an Umbreon in the back. I immediately swap into our Medicham, and they back out. And again, it's not like, oh, you're quitting. It's over. We did it ourselves. That's why I included that one too, so it's not like I'm pointing a finger at these people for backing out, because this game that's just the way it is. That's the way Niantic has developed it. And to the point where if you know you're hard countered, you just back out because you're just literally wasting your time. Okay. All right, Noctowl. We got the Flyer King, okay, versus the Pidgeot that says, excuse me, I am the OG Flyer. You're just visiting. So you can get the hell out of here right about now. So we're going to go take him out. Bringing in that Gramble with great confidence. We're going to immediately swap into our Bastiodon, or bring in the Bastiodon and bring in our Medicham as they bring in their own. And well, here we go. Okay, so we're fine. Now, all right, let me explain. That Psychic, I should have shielded that up. That was a massive mistake. And at this point, I was thinking, oh, shoot. You got to be freaking kidding me. I'm going to get countered down here. You know, if that was a Power Punch, I would have been furious. So the Bastiodon's going to get absolutely eliminated. We had a great lead with that Charizard, and we screwed it up, folks. What are we doing over here? By not shielding up Psychic, damn it. So they immediately swap back into the Gramble. I'm like, okay, thanks. We get to the Stone Edge, and I mean, yeah, they're doing super effective damage, but yeah, you're gonna need Dynamic Punch to pull this one off, buddy. And this is why we like to roll with that Dynamic Punch here, folks. Alright, so if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up for this broken core here, and I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hands.